All right, so to recap, last time I reformatted my deck composition in it was at least the most drastic way so far. We'll see how that pays off.
Meve and company passed by a village evidently pillaged by the Nilfgaardians. From afar they had heard cries, but as they drew near they recognized them not as cries of grief, but as cursing cries of anger.
Give him a proper walloping, the scoundrel!
Mercy, good folk! I've done nothing wrong!
The villagers stood gathered near the hamlet's center, surrounding an elf, bloodied and cowering. Stones in hand, the peasants threatened and cursed him. The queen demanded an explanation. A ruddy-faced blacksmith stepped forth and spit.
A Nilfgaardian spy the horse and is, your majesty! He's the one brought him here to raise the village! He's gotta hang!
The other villagers agreed with the smith. The elf fell at the queen's feet and groveled.
Have mercy, Ren! Save your loyal subject! They lie! They fault me only as I am an elf!
Whence this certainty of his guilt? Have you any proof?
Asked Meve.
Did anyone see him communing with the foe? Did he hold any coin with a foreign stamp?
The villagers eyed Meve angrily, their hands clenched into fists. Yet none dared utter a word in protest.
Know this. The Blackclads need no reason to pillage our homes. Now stand aside and let this wretch go.
The elf tearfully thanked the queen, then begged her not to leave him behind. Instead, he pleaded vehemently to join her retinue.
Your most noble grace, please, I beg you. As soon as you're gone, the Dwan will hang me from the nearest tree.
So be it,
said the queen after a moment's consideration.
Find the quartermaster. He's to put you to work. And now we march.
The villagers gazed with hatred as the company left the hamlet. When its thatched roof huts disappeared beyond the next bend, Meve breathed a sigh of relief.
None of them were able to propose any evidence that he was a spy. But I don't know if I fully support the idea of letting him join our crew. Come with us until we're out of line of sight so he can escape and so on, sure. But joining us, if he did turn out to be a spy, then we're letting him follow the queen around, which will have obvious consequences later. There should have been I feel like there should have been a third option. He didn't have to be abandoned. But he didn't have to come with us long term either. Because if he is a questionable sort, then him following our troop movements might be a mess. That said, we're pretty much just carving a swath straight through Nilfgaardian troops across our own homeland. So, it's not like they need to spy on us to know where we are and what we're doing. I mean, they're the ones attacking us right now on our land.
I swear it, your majesty. The elf was scheming with the Blackclads. The gods be witnesses. You've shown yourself to be merciful, milady. I fear the Blackclads won't be so inclined. Not in the least. I swear it, your majesty.
You swear it, and you said gods be your witness, but no, I need you to be the witness. You would not admit, you would not claim to be a witness. No one would. Seems like that's because nobody saw anything. Have I talked to these guys? Oh yeah, that's the one that his son was trampled. Your Grace, a merchant has a proposal that may be of interest. In the face of war, he's decided to close shop and has offered to give us all his remaining goods. In return, he requests a few of your men escort him to the nearest town. Oh, card fragment. That's basically mandatory. So gain 250, lose 4 dudes, but get a card fragment. Very well, assign a few recruits. He'll have his escort. We also don't need that many dudes right now. Ooh. That's a magic card, isn't it? Well, I guess, yeah, the things you get from card fragments aren't people, huh? They're always... Was the last one the Merlot? They tend to be some kind of special trinket or something. because they're inanimate by nature based on how you acquire them. I'll probably do those every single time, whatever the resource cost is, just because I want access to all the cards in the game, because they provide tactical choices. Where is new? Oh, way the hell up there. A point of interest. There's so much map here. This is not a short game, because there's supposed to be multiple maps. So you can't access any of that. Yeah, I guess I don't see anything down there I'd want to. Add that to the list. Oh, there's no crossing. I should double back. I need to double back to the left and the right and so on before I leave this island to the next bridge, because it looks like there's no other crossing, so I definitely want to grab that before I go anywhere. But what's going on over here? This is the secret? Yep. Oh wow, a border. That's the most boring reward of them all, because it's not even a card for the other game. It's just like, wow, a border. I don't care at all. Cosmetics in a card game. Woo-wee. The tie-ins to Gwent itself and the hooks in this game to that are probably some of the weaker elements of the entire product. What are you saying I can build? Is it just the thing I already had access to? Yeah, but it's just telling me again because I've re-passed that landmark. Yeah, I want to know when these things unlock. All these secret things. Doesn't even tell you how. It just teases you with the idea that they might unlock at some point.
Yes, Your Grace?
It's time I attended to other matters.
I guess it's not the most party-based dialogue game, huh? We have a whole character that's not even in here. The other guy with his Pomeranian that pees on him all the time isn't even in that bar. It just feels... I feel let down by how little we've been talking so far. I feel like we've been going for a while, so I'm a little surprised that it hasn't come up again since then. And the other guy's not there to be talked to at all. Your Majesty, the owner of this estate has demanded recompense for wartime damages. He claims you failed in your royal duty to protect his land from the Nilfgaardian invasion. Wow. One of these is brutal. He'll receive what is owed, lashes, and a place for him and his family in my army. Reduced morale plus 4 troops. Or you can pay 100 gold to get a reputation upgrade. I shall assess the damage when peace returns. I have more urgent matters to attend to. I mean, I do. I'm actively waging war. I'm currently in that act of defense that he wants me to be doing so much, and I'm not going to weaken that right now. We can pick up the pieces afterwards, unfortunately. Although, honestly...
Nilfgaardians, you'll not defeat the gods. They fear not your torches. They fear not your swords.
His place looks fixable. More so than this person's.
Blasphemers, pagans, idolaters who prostrate themselves to the sun. Curse you, sons of Nilfgaard. Mongrels, tear your flesh and gnaw your bones. Remember this, Nilfgaardians. You'll not defeat the gods. They fear not your torches. They fear not your swords.
Not the pagans. The pagan Nilfgaardians. Yeah, all the stories I've encountered so far, I think, have largely painted the Nilfgaardians as just being the shittiest people. But soldiers in general, and people that fight in wars, then they don't tend to fare well morally on any of the teams. Your Majesty, a landslide on the road blocks our passage. The men could clear the way on your orders, though they're clearly weary from marching in battle. You can tell them to go for it, or you can pay them 50 to make them go faster. Seems you've got no choice but to go around. I don't see why I wouldn't just go around. There's stuff up there I'd want to check out anyway. Ooh. Well, they can also just recoup the loss here with the reputation. Let's just do it. Oh, they didn't like that. Good news. Now they're happy again. Ish.
Never seen so many armed men in me life. And each one in black plate and winged elm. Heard them Nilfgaardians got hearts of stone. No mercy for a single soul. Reinforcements from the capital, milady. Where are they? Why've we no protection? Never seen so many armed men in me life.
Yeah, we're working on that. I'm winning my battles, damn it. It was probably totally pointless to clear that because I'm just going to loop around up here anyway. This might be a trap, but of course I'm not going to. Of course I'm going to look. Oh. Let them have it. Let them lose.
A shadow suddenly cut across the sky. The queen instinctively brought her shield up, convinced a Nilfgaardian catapult had lobbed a boulder their way. When the boulder landed in the road ahead, it smashed into splinters and proved an empty barrel.
This is what they cast at us. Barrels. Is this some jest?
Well, they're not known for their sense of humor, the Nilfgaardians,
answered Reynard. Meve stood in her stirrups, squinted, peered into the distance, and let out a hearty chortle. For the barrel had been loosed by neither catapult nor trebuchet, but by a rock troll consumed by fury. And what? A company of Nilfgaardian soldiers had pitched camp by the cave the troll called home.
Troll or non-troll?
Said the queen, drawing her sword.
None deserve to die at Nilfgaard's hands. Follow me!
Alright, let's help the troll. Wait, isn't that the store master from the main game? Some trolls have all the luck. People often disregard trolls upon seeing their clumsy movements and hearing their awkward, crooked sentences. They conclude that trolls serve no real threat, beasts easily outwitted or outrun should the need arise. But the Nilfgaardians would soon realize the falseness of these assumptions and learn the high price for their mistake. Win the battle without letting Shoop die or be captured. Yeah, Shoop's the loot box opener, or the booster pack opener, I guess you'd call it, from Gwent. In fact, the cards are in barrels. That's what we're doing here. Okay. So he cannot die or be captured. Is captured also a mechanic? Shortened battle. It's not a puzzle battle, it's just a battle. So it's a one-round thing with a special rule, but it's not a puzzle card. Shoop. Look at him. What in the... yeah, is he painting cards? I think he is. Every 2 turns... Oh yeah, he's ranked as boss. So all those other characters that are unique characters are not bosses because they don't say boss on them. Every 2 turns on turn start, if the sum of both adjacent units' power is even, damage all units on the opposite row by 1, then move to another row. If odd, damage all units in row 1, including self, then move to the row. What? Oh. On first glance, I interpreted even as meaning equal, but they mean even versus odd. So if I put 2 units next to Shoop and their added power is even, it'll attack everyone in the enemy row and move them around. But if it's odd, you'll attack everyone in this row. I'm still not entirely sure what it means, but I think opposite specifically means the same row that this unit is currently in, but for the opposite team. So if he's in the ranged row, it means the enemy's ranged row, I think. Other trolls always considered him a bit odd. After all, who in their right mind would prefer colorful scraps of paper to rocks? There's no enemy leader, it's just Nilfgaardians. Okay. Every 2 turns. I guess I better get busy trying to place units over here, huh? I've got my forager, so if they send spies after me, I'm good. The war wagon will set up the arbalists to have proper power early on. Crushing trap is good for squishing their power and so on. Do I want 2 foragers? Probably not. Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, Caldwell's a pretty good draw. That lets me get like an extra war wagon, an extra arbalist or something. I even started with a crushing trap. Admittedly, when I have 4 items in my inventory, I start to feel like I have a really limited selection of actual items to pick from here. Do I want a scytheman or do I want like one of these guys? Because you can draw a scytheman or him. I think I'll go with that. If I place my 2 drummers, then him between them, then we'll draw 2 more drummers, which is pretty good.
Lauren, assail to the Navian!
For Shoop!
Order!
Protect the troll!
He likes to shout his own name. This guy. Do not like this guy. Do not like him at all. I'm not gonna be able to shoot him to death with an arbalist, though.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Even good, right? Yeah. Even is good. I would love you to make the mistake of shooting one of these guys so that you take 5 damage. That'd be great. If you could just be polite enough to do that. Let's do our initial attack. Because screw that guy. Please make the mistake of nope. Oh, he's taking damage. Damage the highest power unit by 5 if its power is at an even number. Shit. A lot of cards talking about what specific numbers people have this time. One of the most popular professions in the Imperial Court. Just after scribe and courtesan. If its power is even. And its power is even. I'm gonna want to take care of that guy. I'm gonna want to take care of that guy. If I play you, it do 6 damage, which is not enough. He's about to attack though, right? But it'll be him. Only by 1 too, unfortunately. Uh, 6 damage won't take care of the assassin, so it's going to be... What the fuck? That's every turn. Like, that's a lot of... That's 5 damage per turn until the strongest unit is no longer even. And a lot of these units are even. I'm really concerned by how strong that unit is. Shit. I don't want to go over there because that'll make the number odd. And I want him to attack the enemy. And there's just no reason to move these guys. No. Yep.
Life is mine now.
Boy, is he taking damage. So the good news is he attacked the enemy instead of the allies, I think. That's what that gouge was. Oh. He doesn't move the things he attacks to the row. Shoop moves rows. I thought they were gonna move. I was incorrect. I was quite incorrect. It's a little tempting to use this. Huh. Well, for this turn I'll be safe because Shoop, the highest power unit, has 9. These guys attack in intervals of 2. So, admittedly he might go down to 5, which is not good, but he won't die. I might start with my drummers. This is 5. I do 2 drummers and 2 archers. That would max out the row. But they may not all draw archers. But I want to put the Caldwell between the 2 drummers. I'll put 1 here first. The other one might be placed differently based on who he summons. He's taking damage fast though. Shit. Okay, that's becoming a problem. Boost them by 1 if he has armor. Right. Yeah, the problem is that if something gets played, they get 2 attacks. I can't use this on a boss, right? Nope. Can I use this on bosses? I can. I need to. Of course. Of course.
Ah! It's safe!
Your Grace, the troll, it's a bit unpredictable.
Alright. Is it spike trap time? This gives me a chance to reduce some of the problem, I guess. I just need fewer attacks coming my way, so that'll help a bit. Poo. Poo. Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo 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 hoo. Alright. Oh my god, really?
Army's a waste of time for one.
Alright, finally. I drew one. Got one. We're at 8. One more archer could fit there. Shit. I didn't end up getting these drummers next to each other, though. I can still put the other drummer over there, though, so it's alright. So the assassin died. We keep getting more of those guys, though. A farmer. Front row. Wait, why did I put him there? I could have put him there. I had control over where I was placing them. That was just a stupid mistake on my part. Like, that was just all around stupid.
Right.
Oh. Ooh. 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 Okay, I need y'all to stop. How am I gonna stop him from dying? They just target him exclusively. Shit. Weird draw.
Can't take it anymore.
Just not necessarily useful for what I was going for. I don't really see a fix for this. Maybe if I had the two archers next to each other, which I really should have. I haven't been placing my characters correctly. I should have had two archers next to each other and two guys next to each other. I was just kidding. I keep reflexively adding them to the right. Unfortunately, there's no Shoop in my deck, so I can't just play another one of them. My whole deck is field medics. It's comical. I just made a mess of this. Yeah, there should have been... I should have had archers next to each other, and I should have had drummers next to each other much sooner anyway. I just don't have a lot of ways to defend this guy. I guess the main thing would just be to have a lot more attack units to play. That's the best way to deal damage right now, right? Except for the fact that I'm running out of spaces. If I place this guy down here, there's one more space, so I'll get an archer out of the deal. I won't get the other character. Because we're already at 7. Really wish I could use this on Shoop. Just call him back out. This damages them by... What's that effect there? Immune. This card cannot be manually targeted, so it can only be attacked by RNG. Yeah. The Venedrol Elite. Resilience. Deploy gives all allies immune. Death Wish, remove immune from all allies. Ebbing is famed for its top-notch mercenaries and light cavalry. So, I can't even attack with Arbalest anyway. I think I already lost. If I use this, I gain 2, which yay. Then but he dies and he dies if he gets shot twice at that point because he'll have 3 health. These guys can easily do that if he just plays 1 unit because they get a charge every time he places 1 unit. So what I need to do is get one of them to die. So if I use the forager on this guy, it'll attack a random person for 5, which might kill that guy, which would stop 2 attacks from happening, but then I don't get to boost his health in the first place. So I think I'm already at a loss, but I'm not super sure. I'm just gonna go for it. Look at all my power. Look how much I've won this round. Too bad that's not what matters. What? Move the lowest enemy next to this unit and lock it. Move the back. Move the enemy back to its side and remove lock. Lock is status that disables the card's abilities and removes other statuses. Disables and flips over face down cards. The trick is to break their wills, but not their bodies. So you play it, it moves the lowest enemy next to this unit to unlock it. But it's in its graveyard. What did he do? What was his turn exactly? I don't understand. What? Why is it face down? I straight up don't understand what just happened on the screen. What made the card get discarded? He never played that card, did he? It just discarded directly. And it's being listed as face down. What does this action mean? Like, there's no tooltip to explain what I'm looking at here. All I know is that I would be destroying this round if it wasn't for the fact that I have to be worried about whether or not I'll survive it all. He's alive somehow, amazingly. Let's forager one of these guys. I can't put it next to. Oh, I can put it over here. Pachooing! There goes an archer. Now he can only attack once, and he has enough health to survive. That was lucky. Alright. But I still don't have... Yeah, oh, he attacked his own team. Shit. What is happening? What? What? Did he just discard another one? Why is he discarding his slave hunters? He did that twice now. Restraint cannot target bosses. He can't target bosses. But he does deploy on... So I guess he has to use this ability in order to play his card. So deploy has to happen. So since deploy can't happen because he can't target bosses, because my weakest unit is a boss, they can't play at all. If his last card is a third one of those, then I just win. And if it's not, then I don't know what the fuck I do. I can't even play you, can I? Oh no, it's 8 and 8. I can. Huh. Well, isn't that a thing? If only I could get you between 2 archers. I can't get them next to each other though. It'd be great if I could get them to play 2 extra archers. I can rearrange these guys a bit. Damage an enemy unit by 4. If only I could attack my own units. Like, oh, you guys all have 3 health. Wouldn't that be interesting if you died? They're all dead now. That'd be dramatic. Beautiful, even. But you can't be targeted directly. Shit. And you don't share the damage value with other units, which is not helpful to me. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god. If I summon an archer and he does 9 damage, you'll have 1 health, and then I can do your Meve's ability to take both of you out, and then you can't shoot my guy anymore.
Time I taught you some respect.
Hope I'm interpreting this correctly. I was not interpreting it correctly. Wait, no, I was. Yeah, all other enemies with the same power by 4. That should have worked on that guy. It's not really clear if it did. I don't think it did, though. I think he just got shot by the archers. But yeah, so many archers shot that honestly it didn't matter anyway. I've won? What's your last guy? Oh no, my guy. You hurt my guy. How dare you hurt my guy? Pass. Win. I won.
Humans good do. Shoop help.
That could not have been closer. I had no faith. I made some dumb mistakes.
The Lyrians smashed the Nilfgaardian force. The troll, having grown suddenly pensive, gazed and picked at the invaders' corpses.
Clad in blacks humans, no good humans.
Just so, Sir Troll. The Nilfgaardians are a devious lot. Our land they've attacked most treacherously.
Clad in blacks humans hard. Why no good humans? Big lot armor. You got to. Try morsel of human, you wish?
Do you know to whom you speak? This is Her Majesty, your queen.
Greeting your queen. Shoop is me.
There, Reynard. I believe I can manage this. Say, Shoop, you've quite the stockpile of kegs. Do you engage in custom, perhaps?
No, kegs good for smash when Shoop angry gets. But costume engaging. That what mean?
It means, well, to trade one thing for another, at a profit.
One thing for other. For glitter rocks, even.
Yes, if you play your cards right, you might just convince someone to pay you in rocks.
Cards, kegs, trade, glitter rocks. Shoop plan got. Shoop gotta go. Afore human go, Shoop human give. Your queen aid give. Your queen aid get.
Oh no. Elf and onion soup. Yep, there's onions and there's elf. The finger, that's an ear. That's distressing.
The troll turned on his heel and ran out of his cave, with destination known only to himself. As she moved to leave, a hunch told Meve the world would yet hear of this troll named Shoop.
The origin story of the merchant NPC from the main game. Okay. I thought he was going to join the crew, but not quite. Ooh. But Meve, other profit get, yes. What's going on back here? Oh, right, the new card. Distressing. Create a bronze card. Spawns one of 3 randomly chosen cards from a specified faction and from neutral cards unless otherwise specified. Garnish each serving with grated cheese. Add eyeballs to taste. Serve hot. What? Create a bronze card. I might have to look this one up just to have information about it because that's really unhelpful in what it means. Are these bronze cards or are those are gold cards, right? It's not said overtly like in text or anything. Imagine these are bronze cards. One of 3. I imagine it selects 3 random cards and I get to pick one of those 3. Which means you get some freedom there. Despite the randomness, you get some chance to directly control what happens, so that's pretty good. But what a weird card. I have no idea what the risk reward is there or what the range of possibilities is. But it's a trinket, so it's got to fit in one of these slots. I'll have to think about that. No reaction to Shoop?